Hey, welcome, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with Lance Boyum and Rick Irish. Well, Lance made it through homecoming week and no incidents other than toilet paper here and there. So,
Yeah, a little whiter around town.
well, we come into this game against Triton 4 and well, actually come in here 3-0 with a big win against, well, yeah,
4-0.
4-0.
3-0 in the conference.
3-0 in the
Or
conference, yep. But bring Triton into town. Triton skill position players, good athletes, led by Pierce Petershon at the quarterback position. That's going to be one to watch.
Yeah,
Back
it's
there.
a lot like last week where they had an athletic quarterback. We're going to see that again. Pierce Petershon, 6'5", 190, a junior. Last year in track, high jump 6 feet 10 inches. So definitely an athlete, and he's got some players to go to. Brody Munikaisen and some wide receivers. So it'll be a test for the Gophers again.
Well, we've got, I believe,
I think the color guard is out there
yeah.
this evening.
Well, Lance, here we go. We've got a little special treat here tonight. We already had a visit from Ken Jacobson. Jake, the old coach himself, 3 state titles, 94, 95, 96, and they're having a little bit of a reunion tonight and a little something at Joy Ridge after the fact. But with some, we get some stats here from Connie brought some stats up. You got some
Yeah, I
stats.
got some stats.
Which is just a fun time to look back on those games. And I remember the 96 game because, Seth was the younger brother of Cassie, who was Jen's really good friend and, one of her best friends in high school. And it's just following them all the way through and then up to the Dome. And that was just such an awesome deal. Just going up there. It just was a fun run.
Yeah, 3 great years for Chatfield football. They're 94, 5, and 6. One of the main themes of those teams was defense. I think all 3 of those years they gave up less than 10 points a game, and that's how they did it. They won low-scoring games. The 95 team scored a little bit more than the rest of them. I think they averaged around 31 points a game, but it's kind of like the Gophers that we got tonight. A good defensive team, and that's where it starts with, and that's how you win championships is a good defensive team.
Yeah, and it started up front with the Lions as well. You talked about one of the lines. Was it the 95 line or 96? 96 that was
big.
Big. Especially at that time. You usually saw lines running, they might have been smaller than the backs. Usually have, some of your quicker, bigger kids, better hands, obviously, that are playing in the backfield. But this line was big. Not quite as big as right now, but
yeah,
good size.
If you're going 220 to 230 back then, that's a huge line.
Yeah.
Nowadays you see a little bit bigger kids than that. You get up around 250, 275. But still, you still got to be able to get up and make your blocks and create some holes and let your offense do the job. And definitely those years they had that going. They had a couple of good running backs. Nathan Maker, who carried the ball all the time. And that 94 team, I think he even set a Prep Bowl record that season for the most carries for those 3 games. And then following that, they had Luke Tiki. They also had some other running backs, Justin Harmoning, Jeremy Nelson, and some other guys that will probably hopefully mention their names, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. But definitely some good lines. And hopefully tonight we can see the same here where that line establishes it and gets things going. We have that chance. If you look at the score that Triton had against Stover-Yoda, it was 7-6. They won that game, but not a lot of offense where we were able to manage over 400 yards rushing against Yoda. You hate to play the numbers game, but everybody does it. So on paper, we should be able to score some points tonight.
Well, we look back at those teams. So Jeremy Nelson didn't even play in that last game. Did he have a spleen?
Yeah, Dave Dudek, I think, Goob was on the bus. He took his blood pressure, and it was really low, and they thought, heck, we got to go and get this taken care of. So they took him to the emergency room. He had that operation. Yeah, lucky for him.
Yeah, I think if they didn't catch that, he's in a world he's got a bad deal coming up on him. But, yeah, that was a good catch. But you take away one more of those weapons, and they just – I think they threw a couple passes to the tight end in that game and really opened it up. And, it's just – we've had quite a storied tradition here with that run and then 2013 and then the last couple of years here too and 21 and 22. And it's just been – pretty good times.
If you want to throw in the 20 years, where it was COVID, where, we were rolling, things were going good for us, but unfortunately just weren't able to finish out that season.
I think we played our last game at Triton in a section playoff game, at a minimized section, whatever you want to call it. But we looked at tonight's game. I see Gabe is starting to tackle tonight.
Gabe, are you thinking Gage Anderson?
Oh, Gage Anderson, yeah.
Okay.
Gage Anderson is actually starting a tackle on offense tonight, I believe.
Yeah, number 75.
Yeah. And they've been trying to give cycle in linemen on both sides of the ball a little bit more. This will give Ethan Cole a little time to relax a bit and just kind of get things rolling on that defensive side of the ball. And boy, if he's rested on that DN position, look out. Well, Gophers are going to take this right away in a little squib. Oh, he gets by. Oof.
Well, a couple of mishandles there, but still the Gopher ball here. So they'll start on See, about the 25, 26-yard line.
Well, decent field position here. You know, we talked about the rushing game last week against Dover Iota, and that didn't just happen. We kind of had to get into it again. The second and the fourth quarters, we really busted things open.
Well, it was nice to see DeAndre Williams come back off the injured list and was able to pick up huge chunks of yards at a time at a nice long touchdown run.
Looks like Benny's back at the H-back position here. Well, no, he's in the backfield. Carson Rowland's going to take it, and he is going to lose just a bit. Nice job coming downhill by the linebacking core of Triton Cobras. You know, Ricky and I were talking a little before the game while we were setting up, and, you know, besides a couple of blowouts and playoffs, we've historically had pretty close games with these guys, and it's been decided by a couple of big plays and, unfortunately, a couple of penalties. There's Benny. He's refusing to go down, and he's really close to a first down.
Yeah, Ben picks up 10 yards to leave us just short of the first down, be 3rd and inches. Nice job, Ben, just being patient, was looking to go to the outside, brought it back to the inside, got upfield, and had a couple of guys dragging alongside him to get extra yards.
Well, 3rd down and very short. Carson's going to take it himself. He's going to cut upfield, cut it back to the middle, and first down Gophers. Still ended up with 6 yards on that play. Well, what did Seth say? Let's run it up the middle.
Between the tackles all night long. And those 2 runs were between the tackles.
Well, Gophers just like that, just past the 40-yard line. I have not seen a cheerleading squad that large.
Yeah, they've got about 15 over there, the Cobras, bringing the cheer squad, and they're loud.
Well, first down from our own 40-yard line. Again, off the right side. Boy, good tackle there.
Yeah, number 2, Brody Munikaisen, who a name we've heard probably throughout the last 4 years in Triton. Coming up and making the tackle there. Brody this year is a senior, 5'11", 170.
I think, I want to say that's the last one.
Yeah.
There's been, I think there's 4, I want to say. But, yeah, like you said, I mean, for the past 5 years or so, there's been one on the team. Benny's going to go to the left. He's going to cut it back. Gets upfield and gets a nice chunk of yardage there. 2-3
Yeah,
yards
good pursuit there by number 6, Brady Staub of the Cobras. An outside end, got upfield and was able to track him back down after a gain of about 3.
Well, that brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Gophers. 9:12 to play in this first quarter, 0-0. First possession of the ball game. Going to hand off to DeAndre. And forward progress is going to get him close to that. I got to believe that we're going to try to punch this thing across. We're right at the 50-yard line. Boy, I think this linebacking crew for Triton here has done a pretty good job overall. They're like a lot of teams against us here, playing really close to the line, obviously. Now everybody, extra time in the backfield. Clock is under 8:30. No score here in Chatfield on another beautiful evening.
And just Peter know exactly where the
Triton 20.
Yeah, good coverage.
Obviously, they're athletes in the backfield, in the defensive backfield, and don't want to take too many chances quite yet. My Air Coryell statistics here, or tendencies, would say pass every down, but when Benny's running for 200 yards a game.
Well, take a look at the 94, 5, and 6 season.
Exactly.
That wasn't a pass-heavy team, although McBroom was able to get a few passes off.
Another nice hole over the left side. Wow. My goodness.
Yeah, carrier 14 yards on that run.
Little high snap. We're going to kick that out. Casey Johnson. Nice. He's going to be
Big hit
close.
there, yeah. Number
Ooh.
50 came up, made a pretty good hit. Andrew Holtet was on the tackle there, but not after. Another Gopher first down and a nice play there. Kaysen getting upfield, showing off some of his speed.
I like that. They clear out that zone, and Kaysen just takes that right about the line of scrimmage and can kind of, do whatever he wants back there with it. Another first down. We're going to hand it up the middle. Touchdown, Gophers. And was that Mr. Carrier once again?
Mr. Carrier again from 4 yards out. Nice job by that offensive line establishing the line of scrimmage.
King Benny with the score. Well, Gophers look like they're going to go for 2. Carson back on the field. Well, a heavy dose of run, and hey, if you're trying to make a statement right away, why not? That was a nice drive.
Yeah, we got movement on the left side of the line. If all start.
So Gophers go up in this one 6-0 with 6:49 to play in this first quarter. A very efficient drive. Milked 5+ minutes off the clock, and back to pass. Going to go out in the flat, and that one is incomplete. That conversion's no good. Well, it'll leave us here at 6-0, still in favor of the Gophers.
Rolling there, looking for number 27, Ethan Eichhoff. Just led him a little bit too far, wasn't able to get a hand on it. So no good on the conversion.
Yeah, he had that one where he just kind of sneaks down the line and tries to get out into that, 4 or 5 yard zone, and good defensive presence on that conversion attempt by Triton, actually. They had it covered pretty well. Well, Mr. Schmalz pulling out the like it.
Here we go. He's the Schmaltz DJ.
Well, Gophers to kick off. Ben Carrier will be back.
Boy, another nice night this evening. We haven't had a bad night yet. Knock on wood. The only thing that happens is it gets a little bit darker, a little quicker.
Well,
which is kind of nice, so then we don't have to battle with the sun beaming down in our eyes.
Well, kickoff taken at the 15. Return to the center. Breaks it outside. Dane Shield in on that tackle along with Gavin Palace. Is he in on that?
Yeah, number 30. Well, good starting position here for the Cobras at the 37-yard line.
Well, just the clips I've seen here of their offense, we obviously will have the advantage up front as far as the line's concerned. But boy, do we have Ethan playing a linebacker? Well, he's playing on the end position. I thought he was in the middle for a second, but he's just roaming around. Quick hitter to the outside, breaks one tackle. Good completion there.
Yeah, good play there by Triton, knowing that you got some guys up front on the Chatfield side that like to get upfield in a hurry. Just a quick pass out to number 5, Garrett Jensen, who makes the catch. Good enough for 7 yards.
Well, we've got some seniors on this ball club for Triton, but they have quite a few juniors and sophomores that are playing roles. So, you know, more snaps under their belt. We'll see where they go from here. Second down and about 4. Back to pass again. Peterson looked like there was some movement over there.
Ball start.
So that'll back him up 5 yards, make it second down and 9. 6:36 to play here in this first quarter. Gophers scored on their first drive with a 4-yard touchdown plunge from Ben Carrier to make it 6-0. Conversion was no good. Pitch to the outside. Gophers stringing that. No, he's going to get outside.
Yeah, Brody Munikaisen to the outside. Good for 5 yards.
Pretty
Bring him
good,
back
yeah.
to maybe 4. So penalty huge so far. Dropped them back. They were at 2nd and 3. Dropped back to 2nd and 8. Now it's 3rd down.
Pretty good job getting the outside. I thought we had that strung out a little better, but he got just enough of a chip, and he got a few yards to the outside. A little cross buck action. Gophers snuffed that out nicely. No gain on the play. Boy, Smalley'd be proud on that one. So clock runs. We're under 5:40 to play. It'll be 4th down and about 4 or 5 yards, roughly 4 yards. Looking back on the hillside here, my goodness. There's been a couple of playoff games that I've seen it like this, but boy, with everybody in town, it's good to see.
Yeah, big crowd tonight.
Ooh. And we're going to let that one roll. Good Triton roll. It'll take it down to
About a 15-yard roll on that punt after a line drive.
Well, we had a couple of guys get close to the ball there on that kick. I think we've blocked 4 punts of theirs in the last 3 years. So we were close. Much better snap here in this one. So the Gophers are going to take over from their own 15-yard line. So good flip of the field for Triton.
5:08 left to go here in the first quarter. It'd be just nice to keep this ball on the ground, keep some of that clock running down.
Well, you might as well go down and get 6, get the conversion, make it 14-zip. Going to bring this formation a little tighter here. Thane Shield playing on the outside tonight. And it's going to be that handoff around edge to Tobin McMahon. Still on his feet. Good run by Tobin.
Yeah, huge pickup there by McMahon.
Well, the left side had a couple of really nice blocks to string him down there.
Yeah, 11 yards. First down.
Yeah, that's not, one of those plays you can use a ton, but boy, it's effective once you start pounding that middle, and then you're able to stop it up and then seal that edge. Going to hand off to Ben once again, and he's going to get another chunk of yardage. Boy, that's just about 10. That's just shy of 10 yards again.
Yeah, once again, Ben was kind of looking to the left side, and a big old hole back to the right. Switch directions, good enough for 9 yards.
Good job knifing in there. It's still, I think, going to be good enough for a first down. Well, no, they're going to stop him.
Yeah, nice play. Number 3, Hunter Garnis from the linebacker position. A junior, 5'11", 185. Was able to get in there and stop Carrier short of the line to gain.
Well, 3rd down and short for the Gophers, and Going to give it to Ben once again, and he's not going to be. Oh, boy.
Yeah, he should be good enough there for the first down, but a nice job pursuing by the Cobras. Just enough, 2 yards.
Boy, really nice job by their linebacking crew here. I mean, they play that 3-man front as well, and if those guys aren't clean, boy, she's going to be a long night for the safeties and back. But they've done pretty well overall on this drive. And we'll get encroachment. You move ahead.
Well, second penalty for the Cobras tonight. Another 5-yard variety.
Well, first down and 5, and boy, the playbook is wide open from the 36-yard line. Clock will run, be under 3:30 to play by the time we get this one off. Gophers methodically moving down in the first couple of drives here tonight. Carson's going to fake that, going to take it himself and get to the outside. He's got a little bit of space. Couple of blocks on the outside. He'll be chased out of bounds. Clock will stop. Boy, a gain of, whew. That was close to 20 yards on that run in.
Yeah, let's see, 41 to the 59, and then a couple, 3 more, 4 more, so 13 yards.
Well, another first down for the Gophers, and wow, it's just.
Yeah, good job by that offensive line. Opening up holes on the inside and sealing it off to the outside.
We're going to get DeAndre to the outside. He's going to cut it back and break a tackle. He's going to, boy, good pursuit from their linebacking corps. Wow, I thought he was going to break free.
Yeah, Andrew Boltat, the number 50, the linebacker, was able to get the first hit on him, kind of slow him up, and he tried to cut it back to the inside, and good pursuit there by the Cobras for no gain.
Well, we're going to get a penalty. Wow, this might be an unsportsmanlike or okay.
So that's the 15-yard penalty. I didn't see if it was just a personal foul, if it was a helmet-to-helmet type hit. I guess I didn't see it. So, but anyways, 15 yards, another first down, moves them all the way up to the 30-yard line of Triton.
And either way, you just can't use those. You can't have those penalties at this point. Clock's under 2:50. Back to reset. We're going to fake that. Go to the other side with DeAndre. He's going to cut it up. Good job picking his way through the line, and that'll be a gain of a few. Be second down and about 7.
Yeah, that hurts just especially on that first down play where they don't pick up any yards, and now you're moving 15 because of a penalty. And they're, the defense is doing a pretty good job, just kind of puts a hole in your sail.
Yeah, other than a couple of big runs in that 15-yarder, they've done a pretty good job, but going to bring her in tight. Maybe see something down the seam here. Going to run it wide with Ben. He's going to cut it up. A good pursuit from Triton. Nowhere to go on that one.
Ben's going to lose a yard. Or maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Like you said, nothing there.
Whew.
Good outside contained by the Cobras. They've done their homework.
Mm-hmm. Well, they stood things up nicely at the line of scrimmage, and those linebackers just came down the line. Did their job. Well, third down and a long 7, if that, maybe 8. Well, the clock says 8. 1:20 to play in this one.
Bergey's never been wrong.
That is true. That is true. Oh, we had a little hop on the left side they missed. And we're going to get ourselves a timeout.
Confusion here. Tobin wanted somebody to go in motion, and Carson was thinking somebody else should go in motion, so timeout called by the Gophers.
I think there was some talk of which side we wanted to reset our back to. Well, Lance, we got 1:04 to play in this first quarter, and you know, so far the offensive line has been the story right here. We'll see if Triton can hold.
Well, time of possession has been about 90%. The Gophers, just one series so far for the Cobras.
We'll see. Do we have everybody at the game tonight in your household, or?
Let's see. I think Sarah was coming for at least the first half.
We saw Truth.
Zaley's
pretty
running
sure
around here
Z's down in
too.
the end zone most likely. We've got the dance team selling glow sticks tonight. We've got
50-50 raffle
50-50.
going on for the junior class.
It's also the Randy Shaver Cancer fundraiser here tonight. We got a lot of movement. Let's get set here. There you go. Little pitch there to the middle, and that's going to be, what is that, Tobin again?
Boy, nice job. Tobin was able to put his foot in the ground and get upfield, saw the hole, and got through there in a hurry. Nice run.
Wow,
Tobin McMahon. Yeah, that's going to get another first down for the Gophers. That'll move the sticks. So 25 yards on the carry, excuse me. 21 yards.
Tobin leading rusher here tonight. Well, clock under 40 seconds here in this first quarter. Gophers are up 6-0, threatening once again. First and goal from the 7-yard line. Ethan Eichhoff in motion. He'll come back the other way. And we'll hand it off over the right side with Ben again. And another, boy, looks like he got 4 or 5 yards on that. Second and goal. Boy, they're just pounding it. Clock is winding down. Under 5 seconds to play in this first quarter. And we are not going to get the play off. Well, we go to the second quarter. Pretty quick first quarter. A lot of running, a lot of ground play.
One pass play. That was good for 12 yards. Other than that, it's been everything on the ground. Carson Rollins got 5 carries, 39 yards. Ben Carrier, 10 carries, 49. DeAndre, 3 carries for 5. And Tobin McMahon, 2 big carries for 32 yards. Scoring update, Fillmore Central leading Cotter 14-0, still in the first quarter. Cotter kind of the surprise team this year in Section 1. Their record 3-1. Fillmore Central also 3-1. So that'll be interesting to see how that game plays out.
That A bracket, I think, is going to be really interesting. Goodhue looks to be incredibly tough again. They've had a lot of those young guys play a lot of snaps, and they've obviously grown up. Fillmore Central has playoff experience, but Blooming Prairie is kind of that dark horse in there that I think was kind of under the radar, but they're not anymore. They're playing some pretty good ball over there.
A couple of other scores. Cannon Falls and Lourdes tied at 8 after 1. Yoda 7-0 over St. Charles, and that's after 1 quarter.
That Cannon-Lourdes game kind of surprises me there.
Yeah, Lourdes, I'm not sure if they've got more than 1 win so far on the season. Lourdes is 2-2, Cannon Falls 3-1, and 10th ranked in Class 2A.
We got a lot of ranked teams in Southeast Minnesota again. It's great to see. Carrier with the handoff over the left side. Another touchdown for Ben Carrier.
Well, same distance as the last one, 4 yards for Ben Carrier, his second touchdown of the evening. It's going to put the Gophers in front 12-0.
Well, we're going to bring on Ross Stair and get our kicking game going. Well, Benny had a lot of room to run through that one, that's for sure. That was a great hole on that left side. Snaps back and good. Simon gets it down, and it is.
Oh, there's the fake.
That's
Over
the
to Cole.
oh.
And Cole, he threw it. Oh, was not able to hang on to that pass. Was number 7, Ryan Eichhoff. But nice play there by the Gophers. Had everybody fooled.
Well, I thought they actually blocked it. I didn't see Cole get out of there with that one. Nice. Bit of a rocket back to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that was Roger Clemens back in the 80s throwing a fastball.
Well, there's a Moss Seth sighting down there. He's got the guys in the wagon tonight. Carrier to kick off once again. Gophers lead this one 12-0. 11:57 to play in this first half. And boom. Another low kick. Fielded cleanly. Boy, a lot of those ones like that, it skips down there. And
looks like that was picked up by number 8, Christian Valdez Miranda Jr. He is a sophomore. Got upfield in pretty good position for Triton.
Well, just about, well, at 34-yard line. So good starting field position. We'll see what this second drive comes and, you know, what it does for him here. Gophers defense has been pretty stifling, other than a couple of quick out passes that they've thrown. Back to pass once again. Petershon, he's going quick again.
That should be good enough for a first down. Right at the line. We'll see if they don't give it to him.
Well, they're going to. Wow, I thought he had that one.
Hey, and he pointed, go ahead.
And
first down.
It's a first down. All right, we'll stop the clock while that resets. At the 44-yard line, first down for Triton.
So Petershon now perfect on his pass attempts. 2 for 2, 17 yards. Just the second offensive possession here for Triton with 11:46 in the second quarter.
Going to roll out once again. Just a quick hitter to the flat. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, however, and is going to lose a yard.
Yeah, good pursuit there by the Gophers. Number 2, Cole Raymaker, and number 20, Ben Carrier.
Benny the Bull. I've really liked it here going through. I like, you know, each week or each couple of days we go through one of those player spotlights via Chatfield Youth Football, and it's hilarious to see that they're this old already. But,
yeah,
you know, they look back at those photos and clips from those guys.
I think we had a highlight of Ben back in 4th grade being the quarterback.
Yeah.
Connecting on a touchdown pass and a deep pass. And he's going to make the catch. Pass interference, plus made the catch.
And I think Daninger ran him down.
And that's going to be to number 5, Garrett Jensen.
And that's, boy, that was a nice ball.
And it looks like we're going to call pass interference on the offense on a push-off. Oh, big penalty here.
That was
against the Cobras on a nice throw by Petershon. And that will be 10 yards from the original spot.
That's unfortunate. Wow, that, I mean, nice play there. Got open. You just.
Excuse me, 15 yards. So instead of having the ball probably first and goal, now we're second down and maybe 30.
Well, Well, that's a change. That's a turn of events for sure. Clock will wind again. It'll be 10:35 to play in this first half. Back to pass once again. A nice shot to the outside. Jensen with the catch again. I kind of like the progression of what they're doing with those out patterns there, and they run a couple of real simple route trees to the outside, but then they took their one shot. We kind of sucked up on that short pass. You know, don't want to get burnt with an 8-9 yard game, and then they hit the big one, but they had the pass interference, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, Petersham definitely throws a nice ball there to the outside. And can get it out there in a hurry. Good strong arm.
They're going to bring some pressure, and he's going to step back. That's going to be broken up. Tobin McMahon over there on the coverage. Where actually is that? Kaysen Johnson on the coverage over there.
Yeah, nice job, Kaysen, who was able to look back and see that ball go up in the air and still maintain stride for stride with the receiver and go up and knock that ball out of bounds. So 4th and 15, they're definitely going to punt this ball away.
And Ben will be back at his own 19-yard line, 18 now, to receive this punt. We've had Kaysen back there a little bit, and I don't know if he just wants to save him a bit. Ooh, high snap. Ooh, boy. And he got rid of it. And there was a receiver in the area, but wow.
So not a turnover, but just kind of like a turnover. That's going to give the Gophers a real good field position here.
It's just, I mean, when something like that happens, you just highlight the real importance, the huge importance of special teams. And we kind of joke around every once in a while about let's just get a snap off, when we're talking young guys. But these little things really can add up. And now we get, instead of flipping the field down here on the other side of the 50, we're, a couple plays away from putting the ball in the end zone again.
And the Gophers this season have been on the plus side of special teams. We had a blocked field goal a couple of weeks ago against Caledonia.
Yeah. And
now a missed snap by the Cobras gives the Gophers excellent field position.
Ooh, Benny's going to pick that one up. Well, he's going to get dragged down. I almost look like he got face masked on that one. Well, he was back there looking for the routes. We talked about his quarterbacking, back in 4th grade, and looked like he wanted to.
Yeah, it's been a while since 4th grade, but loss of 5 yards, 2nd and 15.
So DeAndre into the game at the back position. Going to hand off to him to the outside. Gets a little bit of a block. Going to hit the corner. And he's going to get quite a bit of that back. Boy, a nice run there.
And we got a flag down. We'll see if it's holding. Will be the call. And block in the back.
Is that also a spot foul? Do they throw the bag on that? Or is that just a 10-yard?
No, that was from the spot, so that was a spot foul. That'll bring up 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, 2nd and 20 here. Just about 8:45 to play in this first half. Gophers up 12-0, and last couple of drives for both offenses have been kind of hit and miss. Big plays and negated with penalties.
So not a great series here for the Gophers, but yet it's still 2nd down. 2 penalties on this series.
Going to pitch to the outside. DeAndre's going to try to hit the corner. He's going to cut it up. Still on his feet. Somehow comes back this way. He's got some room to roam and some blockers. Ethan Cole with a big block on the outside. Boy, he had 4 guys in front of him.
Talk about changing directions there. Nice job, DeAndre. That was a long run.
Covered a lot of space there to get that first down. Boy.
Yeah, 40 yards on that run for DeAndre Williams. Although he ran about 70.
I really thought they had it strung out about as nice as they could, but they didn't wrap him up, and he just kept his feet going. He'll stay there in the backfield. Now it's 1st and goal, just like that from the 5-yard line. About 7:45 to play in this first half. Handoff up the middle. DeAndre, he's going to drag one with him, and he's going to be shy.
That looked like number 55 on the tackle. That was Isaiah Southun, who actually came off the field earlier with an injury. Good to see him back in there.
So 2nd and goal for the Gophers. They're going to hand off again to DeAndre up the middle. We'll see. We haven't got the signal yet.
Might be an inch short.
And down to less than the 1-yard line. And they're going to pack everybody in there inside the tackles. This looks like a really good time to little tush push up the middle. Carson's going to
nice
roll
second
out
effort
of it.
there. Looks like he made it in.
Well, no signal yet again.
All right, no gain.
Honestly, they've had a really good push the last couple of downs here. So 4th and goal from less than the 1-yard line. Under 6:20 to play in this first half. Gophers up 12-0. We're going to push it again, and that time he gets in. That'll make it 18-0 in favor of the Gophers. Whew.
Well, second touchdown for the Gophers in the second quarter. This one with 6:11 left to go. From 1 yard out, Carson Rowland on the score.
Well, we'll see what we want to do here. We went for the fake last time. We're leaving our offense on the field. We'll see if we can't get this conversion. Too wide to this side. We'll reset. Carson's going to go over the middle.
Man, he hangs on for a nice catch there. Tobin McMahon going across the middle, getting hit by 2 defenders, but still able to reel it in for the conversion.
Well, that'll make it 20-0 in favor of the Gophers. Boy, really nice job by Tobin hanging on because he was going to take a shot. And he could have easily alligator armed that one, but he brought that one down.
You know, the Gophers on that drive taking advantage of a missed snap on a punt attempt by Triton. Ended up with good field position. Had a couple of penalties there that brought him way back, 2nd and 20, and we were able to get old DeAndre Williams to the outside and brought it back across the field. Kind of reminded me of Sam Backer over against Zambroda his freshman year.
Yeah, I think there was under a minute in the first half, I believe, when that happened, and it was designed to go left. We were just going to run the clock out. And he decided to go back the other way, and he ended up with 5-6 blockers in front of him, and the rest was history, so to speak.
And I think if I remember correctly, I think I heard a few clipboards up above us in the crow's nest being slammed down.
Yeah, we had the Zambroda staff above us over there. And boy, it takes it to the left once again. Pretty good coverage, and I thought I saw a flag fly in there.
I think it was number 8 again, Valdez Miranda on that return again.
Chase Johnston with the tackle. Chase working his way back in there. He had that ankle sprain that just, I think it was a high sprain, and he just kind of getting back up to speed. We need you in November.
Yeah, it takes some time. Might as well let it heal up as long as the guys that are out there now are doing their job. No sense in rushing the process.
Well, Petershon going to hit the pitch. Boy, good job getting to the edge, and that's going to be he just stepped out of bounds here, a yard shy. And we'll see.
Yeah, Petershon to the outside with the pitch to Brody Munikaisen, who got upfield for 9 yards.
Yeah, I can see where this offense here with with good speed and good athletes back there, it can put some pressure on you. He throws a nice ball to the outside. He can run. Gophers so far have done pretty well. Back to pass once again. And that one's going to be short. Ooh. And we're going to get Daninger with the roughing. Or call it almost a after the whistle or a defenseless.
15-yard penalty. The ball came up short. It short hopped him. And Kean was, he saw that he was going to throw it out that way, just was coming up and wasn't able to break down in time and put a little bit of a hit on him. Nothing malicious, but still got the penalty flag tossed against him. So 15 yards, that'll put us into Chatfield territory.
Well, this is, I believe, the first time they've been this deep into the Gophers side of the field. So at our 45, this is the time our defense just needs to stand up. They're going to go wide once again. Boy, good job.
Big
oh,
hit
my goodness.
there, number 23. That was Kean.
Kean said, I got that 15-yard penalty. I'm going to get about
make this one
back.
up. And
we had an 8-yard loss on the play.
Boy, nice job. The Gophers just stringing that out. There was nothing off the edge.
Ooh. It looked like he shot him out of a cannon when he came in across the line there. Felt like he had a little help to the outside, so he just shot that gap, and good tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So 5:10 to play in this one, or first half rather. Complete over the middle. And gets a block down
to the outside.
Carson Rowland's going to bring him down.
That's going to be number 4, Graydon Thomas, the wide receiver, 6'2", 190, sophomore on the catch.
So I believe we had, did we have, I think we had twins that were Thomases or one of those that actually were really good receivers as well. So deep into Gopher territory, back to pass, puts it on his hip.
Wide open, and that's going to be a touchdown from 27 yards out. Again, back to Graydon Thomas for the touchdown. Nice play there. Looks like we lost a little bit of responsibility there as he turned around. He was wide open.
Well, Petershon did a nice job putting that ball on his hip coming out of there, out of the fake. Had it back there sitting behind him, and we didn't get a whole lot of pressure on him. We're kind of forced to drop a little bit more into coverage, I think, than we usually do just because of the offense that they run. But we've come close to him a couple of times, but we'll see if we come with any different pressures going forward. So that makes it 20-6 with 4:48 to play. And that kick is up. And it's wide left, no good. 20-6 here in a drive that if you're Triton, you needed that one before half to get something on the board and, get yourself going in the right direction.
Yeah, back-to-back passes to Graydon Thomas, one for 23, and then the next one was 27 yards, and that was good for the touchdown. And he was under some heavy pressure, too, on that second pass, was able to get it off just in time.
Well, with 4:48 to play in this first half, Gophers still lead it 20-6. Just a reminder, we've got halftime presentation of homecoming candidates and the King and the Queen. And we also have the 94, 95, 96 team that's going to come out on the field. Like we mentioned, we had already talked to Ken Jacobson. However, we also had Connie Walker stop up, and if you know Connie, she is a historian for sure for the not just her own kids, for the school in general. I've heard so many great stories from officials over the years of, how Connie takes care of them or how took care of them when they came to officiate games, and she just was a wonderful AD.
Petersham now is throwing for 71 yards, and that will be down right where he caught it or
About
picked
the
it up.
28-yard line, and they're keeping that thing low. They do not want to kick off deep, and I'm pretty sure he's got the leg to do it. Well, Gophers take over, and 4:47 to play. I think we could probably milk this one all the way out.
Well, that would be ideal, plus a score right at the end. So
Yeah. Be nice to see the Gophers answer right here. Too wide to this side. Benny back in the backfield. Carson's going to fake, go ahead, call his own number. He's going to get to the outside, has a block. Ooh, don't hold. He's going to run out of bounds. We are going to get the holding penalty. Well, there's a lot of, I think Tobin had a little too much jersey on that.
well, nice nifty run there by Carson Rowland. Got inside after looking to go outside and then busted it out to the outside as he got upfield. And like you said, that'll be a holding from, I believe, the spot. So we'll see where we end up.
Yeah, you could see it. I mean, they waited just a little bit to call that one, but it was
So
it
it
was
should be good enough for a first down.
Well, not often do you get a holding call there, and
And you get
still
a first
the
down.
first down. So, well, up to the 40-yard line. First down. Clock is running. About 4:30 to play. The handoff's going to go to Ben Carrier. He's going to stay on his feet and spin out of a couple of tackles. Just not going down. Just shy of
And number 70 there, Craig Knutson, had him by the shoestring there, which
pretty stout young gentleman. He's 6'2" and 230. Definitely one they've got to account for. Well, clock runs. We're under 4 minutes to play in this first half. Gophers up 20-6. Good gain on first down will make it second down on a long 4. And, boy, we just about had encroachment on that nose. DeAndre Williams in the backfield now. Going to hand off to the outside to him. He's going to cut it back, break a couple of tackles, a spin move, break out of another tackle, and he's going to get taken down, but nonetheless, a first down for Chatfield once again. Wow.
Yeah, nice job, DeAndre, just keeping his feet churning and moving, and a spin move to go with it.
There's a lot going on that run. Couple of jump cuts, spun out of it, and broke another leg or a shoestring tackle. Clock winds after the chains reset.
DeAndre now 7 carries, 64 yards in the first half.
Going to fake the handoff to him. We're going to go deep down that
just
seam.
a little bit. Good route there. I think Tobin McMahon kind of on that seam fly. And just a little bit too deep.
So here, Carson got that off. He had a guy from his backside was bearing down on him, so good job getting that off. Yeah, Benny doing a little stretching down there. I don't know if he...
Yeah, it looked like he might have got something on his hip, maybe.
Well, second down and 10 for the Gophers here with 3:04 to play in this first half. Reset.
Nice little move there to get through that, and I think maybe you're going to get a hold here. Yep, holding.
And unfortunately, that will be the spot foul. It's not going to help us very much there.
No, that one probably right at the line of scrimmage. I think they caught maybe Jackson Bernard. So Ben Carrier back into the game.
I do like, we've got a couple extra wrinkles here this week. It looks like we're doing something a little more action on some of these handoffs here and a little misdirection. But we're going to need a lot more misdirection here. We got second down and over, 20 yards. Carson will call his own number. He's going to spin, get probably just about 3 yards. Third down and long for the Gophers. Clock's going to run under 2:40. If you're Triton, you got to be thinking, hey, let's get this ball back. We've got all 3 timeouts in our pocket, and we've been passing the ball pretty darn well. Let's get this thing done. Back to pass. Time to throw. He's going to, just about completed over the middle. That was Ryan.
Ryan Eichhoff, number 7, coming across the field, in and out of the hands. So we're going to bring in the old punt team.
And we'll get, look like Sean Kirchner back to punt.
Sean, 6'1", 195 sophomore.
Snaps back. Ooh, good punt there from Shawnee.
Boy, good.
Nice, that a boy. He got the forward roll on that one. He coffin cornered it like he wanted to.
She was a beauty.
And they are going to take over. Boy, they are down just inside the 5-yard line, it looks like. Wow. Pretty good pressure from Triton on that punt. They were a whisker away from getting a hand on it.
That one guy coming up the middle looked like he just stuck his hand out, just missed it. And the Gophers here, if we can stop them, I think we still got a couple of timeouts left.
We do. We had to take one on the offensive side of the ball just with a little alignment issues, but they're going to run up the middle and nothing doing. Well, they'd still got a yard on that. 2nd and 9. Clock's going to continue to run. Under 2 minutes to play in this first half. Gophers up 20-6 over Triton in this first half. Back to pass in his own end zone is Peterson. He's going to put that one up. Got a couple of steps.
And in and out. Nice job, Tobin McMahon, just to get his hand in there to deflect that. That ball intended for Garrett Jensen. And a nice throw by Peterson.
Yeah, that was a really nice route there by just straight down the sideline, and he popped it up right where he needed to. Tobin, good job stripping that ball. Never gave him a chance to bring that into his body. So clock will stop 3rd and 8 from their own 7-yard line. 1:29 to play, and dare I say the Gophers get a stop. If they stop them on this one here, do they take a timeout and just... They're going to go wide with that.
A little bit of room there, yeah. And just shy, I think, of the first down. First down.
Clock will stop on the reset, and I don't know that we're going to be using timeouts or not here. Gabe Anderson back in. Or Gage, sorry. Gage, I'm sorry. That's 3 times tonight. Gonna put that ball on his hip once again. There's going to be a lot going on in the
nice
interior
catch
line.
there.
That was that?
Garrett Jensen, number
Jensen
5.
again.
And we got a penalty against the Cobras.
I think we got a hold. That'll be half the distance to the goal, I believe. That's tough. That was a really nice pass down the middle there, too.
Yeah, good job by Jensen going up in the air. He is 6'3", junior. So his junior class has got quite a few athletes in it, at least in their skilled positions.
Well, 8-yard line. They'll wind the clock. Under a minute to play in this first half. Gophers still up 20-6. They're going to run back to the other side. And looks like they're just content to keep this thing safe and on the ground.
Yeah, picked up 10 yards.
Caleb Austin will come in. He will go to the nose position. Big C. So back to pass. They're going to go that route to the outside once again.
Oh, another good defensive
Tobin
play
McMahon.
there by Tobin, and something happened there. Mr. Jensen not coming up.
Came down the wrong way and something hit.
Boy, another long throw there by Peterson. Well, he gets some height on his ball, too, when he throws that. And he's up and jogging off on his own.
Well, the clock stops on that incompletion. 7 seconds to play. And yeah, Peterson looks like he's throwing that off his back foot, too. So that's, they obviously like that route. But Tobin, a nice job playing that underneath and not allowing that completion. Likely the last play, unless there's a defensive penalty on this one. They're just going to run it over the left-hand side. And that will bring us to half. Gophers up 20-6 in this one over the Triton Cobras. And so, Lance, if we've got some stats,
yeah,
let's
we
get
got a
those
few
in.
stats. Let's go over the rushing statistics for the Gophers. Carson Rowland, 9 carries, 54 yards. Ben Carrier, 12 carries, 50 yards. DeAndre Williams, 7 carries, 64 yards. And Tobin McMahon, 2 carries for 32. So just at about 200 yards rushing in the first half for the Gophers. Throwing the ball, we got 1 reception there. Excuse me. Yeah, 1 to Kason Johnson for 12 yards. For the Triton Cobras, rushing, Brody Munikaisen has 7 carries for 32. Brady Staub has a carry for 2. Throwing the ball, Pierce Peterson is 5 of 8 for 71 yards. Receiving, Garrett Jensen has a couple catches for 18. Graydon Thomas has 2 catches for 56 yards, and one of them was for a touchdown. Brody Munikaisen has a couple catches for 8 yards. So a pretty good job overall for the Chatfield Gophers, limiting their offense, the Triton offense, with getting, up the field yards a couple of times. I think they started on our side of the field. So overall, a pretty good job by the Gophers.
Yeah, defensively, and we talk about line play a lot, and both teams actually have done pretty darn well at the line. We haven't got a whole lot of pressure in their passing game, but they like to get the ball out a lot quicker, I think, than you're probably not going to get to these guys. He throws a nice ball in the first place, hits the out pattern nicely, but you just haven't had a whole lot of pressure on him, and you gotta keep a couple extras back there anyway with the route trees they're running. So not a whole lot going on from the D line, but on the rushing side, we've done very well on that. So offensively, obviously, our line is really, really exerting its will when on most of these drives. The last couple, Triton's done a better job, but
A couple of big
yep.
penalties against Triton kind of hurts their drives and puts them in long, second and long.
Yep.
And then that one miscue on the punt attempt where it went over the kicker's head, the snap. So the Gophers ended up with excellent field position, actually scored on that. So a couple of things that Triton's going to want to tidy up at halftime, and hopefully the Gophers can stick to it and keep the good defense up.
Yep. Well, we go to halftime here, and we've got our court being announced here for homecoming, and then we'll have a quick, well, actually not quick, I don't know how fast it'll be, but we'll have an introduction of the 94, 95, 96 teams here, state title teams with Coach Ken Jacobson, and if I'm not mistaken, Coach Hansen made it back here. He was out in South Dakota visiting, and he came back for it as well. So we brought in Jake from Arizona and Mike from South Dakota. So we will take a break here while this goes on. We'll be back with second half action after this. Andy O'Connor, Triton.
I think it was a great defense.
You're right.
The ball, but passing, they can't get down the field and punch one in here. But like the Gophers did at Iota, it was big to come out. We kicked off there and made a stop and went down and scored. We'd like to see the same here.
Well, Peterson completes that pass, and then, a 7-yard, well, actually a 6-yard gainer, I think.
Yeah, that was number 8, Christian Valdez Miranda on that catch. 4 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 6.
Well, I'm in the opposite world here. I didn't see the angle we're at right now. I wasn't seeing here, but little designed rollout gets them in the flats. Just underway in the second, 11:22. We're going to roll him out once again.
Nice
and
play there. That was
Kason
Johnson,
Ooh.
number 6, coming up and making the tackle immediately. No gain on the catch.
Well, 3rd down and 6 from their own 11-yard line, and not the start that they'd envisioned. Pair of wideouts over here to this side.
Yeah, we'll see if they go to Garrett Jensen, who's kind of been their main receiver.
Petershon's going to go on the run. He's going to come back across his body to the middle, and that is going to be a 1st down. Nice gainer for Triton.
Yeah, nice job. Peterson just getting outside the pocket, rolling to his right, and just waiting for number 4, Graydon Thomas, to get open. And he did, and got a 1st down on the throw.
Well, good job. He stepped up in the pocket, then rolled out to his right and waited for Thomas to clear. And one of those, but you say, please don't try to throw across your body too many more times. But, hey, it worked out.
Yeah, 19 yards.
Garnis with that carry. So 4 yards on that pickup. Just like that, they're up to the 32-yard line. A drive that started at the 8. 2nd down and really manageable. If you're Triton, you want to stay in these situations, obviously. 2nd and 6. They're going to go to the left side. Gophers string that one out nicely. Maybe a yard on or so on the play.
Yeah, a little cross buck action out of the I formation. Nothing going in between the tackles, so he bounced out to the outside. Pickup of a couple of yards.
Well, 3rd down and, we'll call it a long 4 or a short 5. And I would not be shocked to see that that rollout from Peterson and let him do what he wants to do. And Gophers bringing a little pressure. Don't get them. It's down the middle. Ben Carrier playing center field there. A little upset with himself. He had a pretty good shot there at that one. But they had the receiver bracketed nicely.
Yeah, intended receiver there, Brody Monikeisen. 2 Chatfield defenders, tough one to get in there. And 4th down and 5. And we're going to drop back Kason Johnson and Tobin McMahon. We'll see how the snap goes this time. Peterson, a pretty good target back there, listed at 6'5".
Better snap this time. It's going to be a
fake wide open.
Ooh, and he's going to shake a tackle. Oh, good job making that tackle. Wow, he just about got out of that once. Tobin stopped. Could have been a touchdown on that.
Yeah, Graydon Thomas again with another big reception and a 1st down.
Tell you what, he's been one they've gone to, and they need a big play. He's come through for Triton tonight. Well, a 4th down and a fake punt gets them into Chatfield territory, and 8:35 to play in this 3rd quarter. First possession of the 2nd half for Triton. Going to get pressured. Gets out of it, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Going to run to this side, and that'll be good for a 1st down for Triton.
Just a hop, skip, jumping around and picked up 10 yards. Nice job by Petershon.
Yeah, you slipped a couple of tackles there, one in the backfield and then another one just past the line. Might be one of those kids you want to pick in the Sandlot game. Just do your thing. Oh, cross again. Oh, just about got him in the backfield.
And we got a hold there. I think
yep.
Ethan Eichhoff was trying to free his arm to the outside. So that'll bring him back 10 yards.
Well, from the spot, that was just in the backfield. Well, it's been kind of the story of the night here. They've got a couple of big plays and got themselves in good position, and then penalty takes them back. But so far in this drive, they've been moving the ball pretty effectively, and then they had that fake punt, which worked out wonderfully.
I think we need a Mitch Hinckley sack here.
Well, that would be good, yeah, from the backside. So 1st down and 20 to go here for Triton. Back to pass once again, going to that out route. Hit right away, but they're going to pick up 10 yards on that. Driven out of bounds, so the clock will stop. 7:42 to play in this 3rd quarter. Second and 20 still, okay. I thought he got a little bit on that. Petershon going to take it himself.
Boy, nice job. Just not biting on the fake. And good penetration by the defensive line. And it's going to lose a couple of yards.
Well, I'll make it 3rd down and very long here for the Triton Cobras. We're going to give Mitchell a little bit of a break. Well, Petershon's had pretty good luck with that fake and then peeling out to his right side and just kind of roaming around and seeing what's what. But that time, like you mentioned, it was a really good push from the line. Gonna loft that one up. Looks like that's picked off. Tobin McMahon, and Tobin having himself a game.
Yeah, nice defense there by Tobin McMahon, just running stride for stride with number 5, Garrett Jensen, down the sideline, which they've run that play probably about 4 or 5 times, and Tobin that time able to time it with the jump and make the catch. So in the end, probably not a bad punt.
Right,
for
right.
say,
yeah.
You know, for Triton.
Yeah, you're sitting at 3rd and 20 and you flip the field anyway. So down at the 15-yard line. 6:53 to play and a drive that, you know, chews up 5 minutes on the clock, and they just don't get any points. Boy, that would have been big for Triton to go down and at least put 6 on the board there. Going to hand out to Ben Carrier again. He's going to go over to the right side. Benny with a nice gainer there. I see a couple of D linemen on skates back there. That was a nice blocking job over here.
Yeah, down the field.
Mm-hmm. Well, a pickup of 7 on the play. Ben just going straight forward with that one. 2nd and 3 from the 22. Gonna go down that seam to Kason Johnson.
Boy, pretty good
Yep.
coverage there. Petershon from the safety position, able to cover some ground in a hurry. Got back there, put a hand on it, knock it out of the way.
Yeah, you really got to drop it in the bucket if you're going to get it over him. He's rangy.
They also had, I think, number 11 there, Jackson Kramer was also on the coverage. Another sophomore.
I've been good team speed, I think, from the skill positions for Triton. Well, 3rd and 3, and Gophers here historically tonight have been able to pick up those 3 yards, but we'll see what we got going. Going to give it to Benny. He's going to get 3 and a little bit more. Actually, quite a bit more.
Yeah, just a good job making that first initial cut to bring it back inside and got upfield to get that first down and plus some.
Well, the chains are going to move and the clock will wind once again. Under 5:50 to play in this 3rd quarter. Gophers up 20-6, first down from their own 32. Nice sustained drive would be awesome here. Carson's going to take it himself. Going to go straight over the left-hand side. Just not a whole lot of flashy moves, just right up the field. Another first down for the Gophers. He had a huge hole to get through on that first level.
Yeah, 13 yards. And keeps the chains moving.
Wow. That was a hole on that side. Well, from their own 44-yard line, Gophers first down once again. Carson, quick hitter to the outside to Kaysen. Good block on the outside there. He's still on his feet.
Yeah, nice spin move there. Kaysen getting out of that tackle. Picks up an extra 7 yards.
Is that Ethan Eichhoff out there with the block, I think, wasn't it? So another first down, and the Gophers just getting chunk yardage right now. Clock coming up on 5 minutes to play. Gophers up 20-6. And we had some kind of shift, I think. DeAndre Williams going to take the ball by another big gain.
No, another nice run, but I think it's going to be negated by
some kind of alignment or so that'll bring that back.
5-yard penalty, I think.
Well, if we look at what the line has been doing in this possession right here, or this drive, we've really been leaning on them now. They're starting to open up holes.
Well, I think the luxury that the Gophers have is they're able to, sub a few extra guys in and out on the defensive line. Also on the offensive line, kind of keeps our guys fresh, where it looks like Triton's kind of staying with their 11, at least the down linemen on defense here, the same 3.
Quick hitter to the outside again. That's going to be to Thane Shield. He'll cut it back to the middle, still on his feet. Attaboy, Thaner. And that's going to be really
15. That is 15 yards and a first down. Thane Shield.
Attaboy, Thane. Oh, and he's got to come back out. Looks like he was hit somewhere you don't want to be. Oof. Cut back inside, and there's a lot of action going on. Defenders right in there, but first down there.
Kind of copying what Triton does, those quick passes to the outside.
We're going to hand off to DeAndre Williams. The inside, he's going to cut it to the outside. Now we got a little chip going on. Little Jackson getting mixed up with somebody. 7-yard gain, but good shoestring tackle, or else he might have been in there for 6. Still 20-6 in favor of the Gophers. Under 4 minutes to play in this third quarter. Hand off to DeAndre.
Oh, big
again.
hole.
Wow. Ball is
Oh,
fumbled into the end zone. Touchdown, Gophers. Well,
so
when things are going well.
Tobin McMahon will see if they allow the advance on the fumble. Looked like he fumbled it just before the goal line. They might bring that back and call it down. Nope.
Well, they're going to call
it a touchdown.
Well, it's going to make it 26-6 in favor of the Gophers. Ross Stair's going to come in and attempt this extra point.
So DeAndre ran that ball about 17 yards, a huge hole between the center and guard.
We've, wow. Kudos to the offensive line. Boy, there's been some massive holes this third quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. That'll make it 27-6 in favor of the Gophers. And if you're Triton, you're thinking, boy, we had things going right where we wanted them to go. Just could not convert. And with that interception by Tobin McMahon again. And Tobin's had himself a heck of a game on both sides of the ball. He's done very well, especially in the second half here so far.
Well, we talked about Triton and trying to establish the run, and they were able to do that coming out of halftime and getting the ball on a punt that pinned them back to about the 5 or 6 yard line. And they were able to get that up close to midfield and just, the interception. They were 4th and long, 4th and long. They were back to punt.
Well, we talked about it. It was that third, and they had that interception that we took at the 15-yard line. Like you said, that's as good as a punt. But, boy, Gophers came down and.
Oh, yeah, they faked the punt to get the first down, and then, 3rd and long, they threw the interception.
Ben to kick off. He's going to keep this one low on the ground. That's going to take a high hop. Good return up past the 40-yard line, or just past the 40, it looks like. Or 35, rather. Chase Johnston in on the tackle once again. 36-yard line, so good field position for Triton. And 3:35 to play in this third quarter. You're down 27-6, but you've shown you can move the ball here with those that short, controlled passing game.
Yeah, just got to be able to be consistent and sustain it.
There you go, down the middle. Kean Daniger running step for step pretty much.
Took a shot down the middle, but I think he had number 2, Brody Munikaisen, out to the flats here. If he would wanted to dump that off, I think he could have picked up 10 yards.
Well, that's going to stop the clock with 3:30 to play, and you're right, Lance. I think if I heard them, they're picking up chunk yardage on that flip out there. They're clearing out enough, as far as defenders are concerned on the pass. They'd be in really good shape out there. Going to hand off to the left side. Runninghausen on the run. Gain of about 7 yards on that. Clock continues to run, under 3:15 to play in this third quarter. Third and 3, and boy, if you're with 3 minutes to play, if you're Triton, I think if you go into that 4th down and short, you keep your offense on the field. I mean, worst case scenario, you let
the time
around.
is ticking, and we're getting close to the end of the third quarter. 2:45 to go.
Over the shoulder.
Had a couple of steps on the nearest Chatfield defender and turned around, tried to do the Willie Mays catch, and just threw the hands.
Well, clock will stop. 2:30 to play in this third quarter. 4th and 3.
Coming off the field here,
JK.
like a missile.
Took a little trip down south to Decorah, Iowa last Saturday to I think it. Yeah, I don't know that Luther scored. I can't. But well, they're going to keep it on 4th down. Petershon's going to do a little creating on his own, and he's going to
Oh,
get
nice
caught.
job there. Kaysen Johnson was able to add, but tough play there.
Nice.
Peterson just trying to extend that play and give himself some room to make a pass and just didn't have the time.
Well, on 4th down, they're going to give it back 27-6, and still 2:21 to play. All of our timeouts in our back pocket, and we could put a really big exclamation point on this 3rd quarter if we could get some points here. Back resets. Little shoulder shake. Carson's going to have to get out of there, do a little creation. Ooh, hit hard from the backside.
That's number 70 there, Craig Knutson, the big fella.
Knutson just waiting
6'2", 230 senior come up and probably pushed him an extra 2 yards, but able to tackle him down.
Yeah, Carson felt that one. He good gainer. Really good job getting out of trouble. He had nothing there. He went with that little shoulder fake and wanted to go down the sideline.
Yeah, it looked like he was maybe looking for Tobin, but Tobin quite wasn't ready to turn back and look to see if he was throwing the ball.
Well, we'll be about 1:30 here before this one is snapped in this 3rd quarter. Gophers up 27-6. 2nd down and a long, well, 3 yards. Boy, there's Tobin on that sweep once again, and that is going to be, looks like it's good enough.
4 yards and a 1st down.
Tell you what, he's done the most with his plays he's been given tonight.
Well, the old jet sweeps for him. He's got 3 carries on those 36 yards.
The old youth football inside handoff. At least you tell him it's supposed to go to the inside, right?
Yeah, put your foot in the ground and get upfield.
We're going to run to the left side with Ben Carrier. Patient picks his way through there. He'll be stood up, and that is going to be a gain of a couple. Well, a few, actually. Oh, more, a better gain than I thought. Boy, you got 4 yards on that. Clock under 45 to play here. Tobin comes off. Looks like he's got just a little bit of a hitch in his step. So Gophers once again methodically going down the field, just moving the ball. Quick pass to the flat, and that's going to be Ryan Eichhoff. That'll be good for another Gopher 1st down, and Ryan happy to be playing again this week. They kind of kept him on ice last week. His shoulder was flaring up.
Yeah, 15 yards. Nice throw there by Carson Roll and rifled that one in there.
Clock will run once again, under 20 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. Gophers up 27-6. We'll see if we can't put another one in here before the end of the quarter. Pitch out to the outside to DeAndre Williams. He's going to cut it back up.
Boy, nice strong run. DeAndre in from 5 yards out. Another touchdown.
No, Gopher touchdown. My goodness. You know, he started off to the right there and cut it back nicely to the left and broke a couple of tackles. And you're not going to arm tackle him coming across there. That's just not going to happen. And so as the 3rd quarter comes to a close, Gophers go up in this one 33-6. Carter Osk with the snap. Back to Simon Erding. We'll get our protector on the outside. Ross Stair to kick this one. Good snap, down. And
no good.
No good. Well, nonetheless, Gophers go up 33-6 as we go to our final stanza in this ball game versus Triton.
Yeah, good job on that drive by the Gophers, mixing in the few passes along with running the ball.
Well, Lance, what started off, 20-6, Triton gets the ball right away, and they're thinking, we're down 2 scores. They're moving the ball. First of all, they start with poor field position at the 8-yard line, but they overcome that. They get out past midfield, and they can't quite get anything going. And unfortunately, they throw that interception, for them down to our 15. And, field position-wise, they did about as good as can be expected there to not give anything up huge. But, you just not getting those points kind of deflates you on that side of the ball.
Yeah, they're able to come up with some nice long pass plays, just like you said, just not able to kind of finish off the drive and get some points on the board.
Well, Schmaltzy taking a little page out of the youth football book. We go to the 4th quarter with a little jump. Wow. I knew this would catch on after a few years.
It's like we're in Wisconsin.
Ooh, line drive kick stays down. Be taken at the 10-yard line. Ooh, boy. Paulus flies by.
Coming in there. He was going to make the pancake tackle.
Good coverage, however, for the Gophers. Triton takes over. Looks like they're at the 17-yard line. First and 10 from their own 17, and if you're Triton, you just want to get something on the board and moving in the right direction right now. Gophers defense is going to be pinning their ears back. Well, they're going to run right.
Yeah, that ball carried there by number 3, Hunter Garnis. Good for 3 yards.
So 2nd down and 7 here for the Triton Cobras. Gophers are up in this one 33-6. Back to pass is Petershon. Going to roll out. Gets rid of it, but Carson Rowland right there. Boy, he had Ethan bearing down on him.
Yeah, pretty good contained to the outside, not letting Petershon to turn upfield and get some yards with the legs.
Well, 3rd down and 7 from their own 20-yard line. But, Lance, I think their offensive line has not done a bad job here in the passing game, giving him time, to get out there and survey what he wants to do. It's just haven't been able to put everything together here on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, 2nd down and 7. You kind of like to come up with something where at least you can get 4 yards and make it a little bit shorter on 3rd down.
Pretty good time. Steps up in the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackled right away, but it looks like they might be enough for a 1st down. That is going to be a 1st down.
And that pass complete to number 4, Graydon Thomas. Now over 100 yards, 5 catches, 102. And been his main receiver.
Yeah, he's been Johnny on the spot in the receiving corps, that's for sure. Well, 10:40 to play in this ball game. Gophers up 33-6. Triton from their own 28-yard line. Little quick out. Slips the tackle, and that's going to be good for, looks like about 8 yards. We got Wyatt Jacobson in there at safety. Chase Johnston in there in the defensive backfield as well. Actually, probably in a linebacker position, but he kind of drops back into that zone. Back to pass once again. Good protection. Pulls it down. Goes out. Nice completion out there. Slips a couple of tackles. And it'll be a 1st down. Thomas again. Boy, he's having a night.
Yeah, Graydon Thomas.
Sam Carrier comes into the ball game over in the defensive backfield. They will run over the left side. A nice hole there.
Yeah, Monikeisen probably another first down, 11 yards on the carry.
Well, Triton's trying to get the positivity going on here, but if you're the Gopher defense right now, you don't want to give up another score to them. I mean, they've starting to get into a bit of a rhythm. They look pretty comfortable on offense at this point. Good job. Strung
Nice
that
job
thing out.
coming up there, number 6, Kason Johnson, to make that tackle after 2 yards.
Well, 2nd down and 8 for Triton here, and clock continues to run. Under 8:50 to play in this ball game. Going to try to get wide, and Meningheisen will.
And get a late hit, probably
Yep.
out of bounds on the Gophers.
Obviously not as consequential and when you're up like this in a ball game, but one of those things that we always talk about. We don't need them.
So add 15 yards at the end of the run. Should put them all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. They can get another first down, obviously, in this one. And time to stand up here on the defensive side of the ball and just put an end to this one under 8:30 to play. He's going to be sacked back there.
Aiden
Let's see.
Miner, number 50.
Hey, Aiden. Nice job.
Yeah,
well,
nice job. I'm not sure. I think it comes from the outside. Or maybe he was right on the inside. Yeah. Nice job, Aiden Miner.
Well, it's been the first time that he's really had a ton of pressure in his face, and they've done a pretty good job on that. But boy,
Yeah, usually he's kind of rolling out to the outside. That time tried to set up in the pocket, and before he knew it, Aiden was right on top of him.
well, he's got time to throw this time here. He's going to come back the other way. He's got a little room. Going to put that one up into the end zone, and it is knocked down. It's going to be incomplete. It'll stop the clock with 7:24 to play in this ball game. That's a tough ask for those D-backs back there.
Yeah.
You got to stick with these guys for, he was rolling around there for.
Yeah, he definitely
quite a
is
while.
able to extend a play.
Well, 33-6 still in favor of the Gophers. 7:24 to play. Under duress, actually got off a pretty good ball into the end zone. And we're going to get a timeout. Triton. So Gophers, all indications would say they're going to take this ball game. I think they defensively want to put a better stand together going forward in this one.
Yeah, Pierce Peterson now 10 of 19, 135 yards passing. He's got 1 interception. He does have a touchdown throw from 27 yards.
Ooh, Lewiston.
And Dovriota 29-12 over St. Charles in the 4th quarter.
So the Pumpkin Bowl, they took that one, huh?
They've got it. That'll be the first victory for the Eagles this year.
You know, we saw, you know, a similar offense last week with that quick passing, and Petersham this week. I'm kind of trying to, you know, struggling to find it here, but the way that they've operated offensively, they should be scoring more points here. Just really not taking advantage of opportunities, I don't think. A lot more pressure. He's going to get hit as he throws.
Nice.
Just too high.
Pretty good, strong throw. Yeah, just too high there. Intended receiver, number 5, Garrett Jensen. So that'll stop the clock with 7:17 here to go. We talked about earlier that lured Cannon Falls game. That Cannon Falls now in control. 40-8.
Ooh.
Fillmore Central now up big, 42-7 over Winona Cotter. That is Fillmore Central's homecoming.
Still a little construction going on the road to the golf course down there in Harmony. High snap. Petersham brings it down. He's going to run around back there. Oh, a little Tarkenton-esh. Spin move, and he's going to get back
to the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to throw him down, and oh boy.
So I don't know if that'll get him the first down.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think it will. They'll still be shy, but Petersham running a long ways to get get those 3 yards or so on that play.
Yep, first down for the Gophers because the 15 yards will not get them to the line to gain.
Well, that's twice tonight. You think that normally when you get 15-yard penalties, you're talking a first down, but
well, if you're watching NFL, it's an automatic first down. Here in high school. It's not. It's from the spot, and whatever you get, you get.
Well, Triton, unfortunately for them here, 2 pretty good drives here in the second half, and they come out with no points. And
bend but don't break. I've seen that defense before the Gophers this year. So we'll put Cole Raymaker back at QB.
And he will hand off. Oh, no, he's going to keep it. Going to cut back himself, back to the middle. And he's going to pick up a nice chunk of yardage. Oh, boy, Cole. More importantly, going to keep the clock running here with under 6:45 to play in this ball game. Going to get DeAndre Williams to check back in. Still 33-6 in favor of the Gophers. DeAndre will get this handoff. He's going to try to get it to the outside. Going to slip a tackle, but he is going to be caught right about the line, I believe.
Yeah, right back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 4. Clock continues to run. Under 6:10 to play in this ball game. Gophers really content and just milking as much clock as they can, but it'd be nice to get a couple more first downs. It just Cole going to survey things himself, and he's going to pick up the first down. Just kind of stood back
nice
there
job.
and waited.
Just kind of waited patiently and saw his little opening and got upfield. First down, keep the clock ticking, and the chain's moving.
Well, a first down for the Gophers here, and that is big as far as time management's concerned. It's going to bring it under 5:30 to play before they even think of getting out of the huddle. So for their own 25-yard line, he'll hand off. DeAndre Williams, good hole. He's going to cut it up, break a tackle, and be taken down just about at the marker. And they are going to move the chains, and there's another 10-yard gain for DeAndre.
Yeah, DeAndre now up to 98 yards on 11 carries.
Well, that's nice. You know, Ben hasn't had to play a whole lot of snaps offensively tonight. I mean, a fair number of touches, but, you know, he doesn't have to be the workhorse, so he can kind of give himself a little bit of a break. And quick hitter to the outside. And that's Chase Johnston just taking that one out.
I think we tried that one in Iota maybe, and that didn't go
that
so well.
Yeah.
I saw that little slow motion throwing, and it worked out.
So a 5-yard pickup. Clock continues to run. Under 4:20 to play in this one. DeAndre will check out. And we'll see. Yeah, Chase is back. He's going to go back in there at the back position. Gophers taking their time. Just another methodical drive here. Under 4 minutes to play. Up 33-6. He'll get that handoff, and he's going to rush ahead. Boy, another. Whew.
18 yards for Chase Johnston.
Yeah, it just.
Right up the middle.
The holes this offensive line has opened up in the second half. It's just been wonderful. I mean, I'd like to say I could run it through them, but probably not. Somebody would catch me.
I think you could get a couple of yards.
Maybe 2, just because I'd fall forward. However. Another run off the right side. Chase. Well, no, that's not
Polakowski, Hunter
Polakowski on the carry. And boy, before Hunter had to make any decision, he was to, you know, pass the linebacking core, and they've got to bring their safeties up to make that tackle. So a 6-yard play on that gain for Hunter Polakowski. A very manageable 2nd and 4 for the Gophers. Under 3 minutes to play in this one. Going to hand off once again. Just straight forward. And that'll be another Gopher first down. Nothing exotic, no cuts made. Hunter's just going straight forward. That'll be a first down, so under 2:44.
Keep the clock going, 33-6.
There's Boltsy.
Yeah, number 63, Caden Volts.
We'll reset here. Another handoff on the inside. And another big hole. Wow, there's just a lot of space for these backs right now. Looks like we've still got Weston in the game. And we're going to bring our line out now. It's just.
Well, give a shout out to the Perchwood podcast group up at Halverson's. Tony Klima and the boys watching.
Likely got themselves the fire going already and
having fun.
Yeah, I just don't know how much better it can get with the fire ring going and this kind of weather. We've been really spoiled this year. Another handoff to Hunter Polakowski, hit behind the line. And a good job there. Might have a face mask.
And his helmet came off,
Yep.
so yeah, somebody Yep, personal foul, face mask. It'll be 15. Should be pretty close, maybe not quite a first down.
Well, is actually going to be a first down. Okay, perfect. Well, the chains will reset, and they will have the official wind the clock here for us. He will let that pup go. So under 140 to play in this one. Gophers up 33-6, and they are marching once again. Polakowski once again with a nice gainer up the middle.
Yeah, shifty couple of moves there to get forward. And 7 yards.
So 2nd down and 3. It'll be under a minute, or well under a minute, before they snap this one again. We got Gage Anderson came out here in a walking boot out of the locker room. Shoot, that was his. He's come along this year. He's played very well.
Yeah, hopefully that's. He seems to be moving pretty good on it. Hopefully it's kind of precautionary.
So Raymaker's going to take the snap. He's going to kneel down. And that's going to be enough to do it here in this ball game. Gophers are going to take it as the clock winds out. 33-6 over the Triton Cobras, and a game where we saw the Cobras move the ball pretty well. Just could not finish drives tonight. And credit, partly that to the Gophers defense. And again, offensively, as far as the line's concerned, they really opened some holes in that second half.
Yeah, good job by the offensive line. We, again, over 300 yards rushing. I had right around 330. So a great job by the offensive line and getting it done on the ground again.
Yeah.
Quickly over some stats here for the Gophers. Rushing, Carson Rowland had 11 carries, 74 yards. Ben Carrier, 15 carries, 72. DeAndre Williams had 11 carries, 98 yards. Chase Johnson had a carry for 18. Tobin McMahon, 3 carries, 36 yards. Cole Raymaker, a couple carries for 12. Hunter Polakowski had 3 carries for 18. Throwing the ball, Carson Rowland, 5 of 7 for 59 yards. Cole Raymaker had a pass for 5 yards. Receiving, Kason Johnson had 2 catches for 29 yards. Thane Shield had a catch for 15. Ryan Eichhoff, 1 for 15. Chase Johnson, the 1 for 5. For Triton, rushing, Pierce Petershon had 4 carries for 8 yards. It looked like he had a lot more yards than that, but it was a lot of back and forth and trying to not get sacked and keeping plays alive. Brody Munikeisen, 11 carries, 61. Hunter Garden 3 carries for 9. Brady Staub had a carry for 2. Passing. Pierce Petershon, 10 of 19, 135 yards, had 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Brady Munikeisen had 2 catches for 8. Garrett Jensen, 3 catches for 25. Graydon Thomas, 6 catches for 116. And Valdez Miranda had 2 catches for 4 yards. So a nice job for the Gophers getting out in front and having the lead at halftime, 20-6, and then just maintaining, playing good defense. They had that drive one time, Triton did, and wasn't able to come up with any points. So a good job for the Gophers this evening.
Yeah, I thought, you look at, from the Triton perspective, they're doing a lot of things right on the offensive side of the ball. I think that as a unit, they should be scoring more points than they are. I think they just have those little hiccups here every once in a while that just prevent them from getting over the top on that. That's a team that if they progress over the next 4 games could be a little scary here for somebody come playoff time. It just all depends on how they get seeded out as well. It's hard to tell.
Last year they were 3-5 in the regular season, then going into their section and kind of breezed through their section and qualified for state. Unfortunately, they met up a tough Cannon Falls in that first round and got beat. But with their section, and they've already had 2 wins in their section, so they got some tough games coming up. I still think they got Caledonia and Cannon Falls and then rounded out. I'm not sure who with, but then they're back back in their section, and anything can happen for them.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, with the movement in the sections here, with Cannon Falls, moving at they're 4, I believe, and then 2 over there for Triton. But from the Gophers' perspective, that's the kind of line play in that second half that size will do for you. Boy, they're just massive holes for running backs to get through, and you know you can't ask your safeties and your cornerbacks to be making every tackle back there. That's a bad deal for them back there.
Yeah, luxury we have is rotating a few guys in. Plus, even at the running back position, Ben Carrier's carrying the ball. We got Carson Rowland that can run from the QB spot, and then DeAndre Williams, 3 good running backs there. So that kind of keeps guys fresh and able to get in there. And when they got a little bit of seam, they can get up in there and get moving and get some extra yards.
Yeah, we saw a lot of straight ahead running, really good hard-nosed running, but some runs here. We had that touchdown run from DeAndre that he went right, came back, and like you said, ran about 70 yards, but it just had to go 40.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was that brought us back to days back in Zimbrota. So yeah, nice run there by DeAndre. So hopefully everybody's comes out of here with limited injuries. Like you said, we had Gage Anderson in a boot, but hopefully it's nothing too serious, and we get back rolling, back to business, back to some normal weeks without homecoming, and keep moving into October.
Right, yeah, you're just never quite sure what happens during homecoming. There's a lot going on and a lot of activities at night for these guys, and you're like, get some rest. Yeah, we'll be fine. But, yeah, they come out with a win. So, again, another good win for the Gophers. They go to 4-0. We will travel to La Crescent next week, and hopefully here, if we go true to form, we might be able to be live. I don't know. We'll have to talk to Mr. Hayes down there and see what he can set us up with. But Friday night down at La Crescent Hoka, and on paper another one that we should do pretty well in, but some athletes on that side of the ball. Line play we're going to be okay with. But, again, we'll have to see how she plays out. That's why you play the game, I guess.
That's right. You got to limit the turnovers and just keep doing what we've been doing.
Yep. Well, Gophers take this one 33-6 over the Triton Cobras to go to 4-0 on this young season, already at the halfway point for Lance Boyum and Rick Iyer.